Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered. This time we're taking a look at the 1991 Mazda fini RX-7 Type R. This is the oldest of all of the FD RX-7s in this game, but that shouldn't make you count it out because it's definitely not the slowest, because that belongs to the Touring X, the 4-speed auto version. So yeah, we'll see how this one gets along. I am quietly positive. This is the first RX-7 we've had that's run the classic Renown livery, of course known from the 787B and to a lesser extent the 767 and a bunch of other cars. I love this livery. I know people like to hate it now for some reason, but I very much am a fan of it. Admittedly, I think the one on this car is probably executed the worst, because there's sort of some weird black and grey triangles. You've got a black wing and you've got horrible wheels that don't suit the car at all. But some of the other versions of this livery that we'll see going on the 96 cars are a lot better. Anyways, I mean, it's still a classic regardless. Front engine, rear-wheel drive, 440 horsepower, 1076 kilos. As you would expect, that's slightly down on what some of the other FD RX-7s get in terms of power. Anyways, this car is going to get 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track in order to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the Mitsubishi GTO LM Editions at a time of 27.223. The RX-7 Type R, unlikely to beat that. In terms of where this is going to end up, it's really hard to keep track of all the RX-7s, but what you need to know is they are very quick indeed, and this one looks like it's going to be quick as well. Yeah, the RX-7 is one of the very few cars that you can very much count on consistently being in the under 30 club. Along with stuff like Imprezas and Evos, this completely walks Japanese rivals. It completely destroys the NSX and the Supras and that sort of stuff. So this is a very good car, very nice to drive, very consistent. I was thinking this was going to be slow for an RX-7. Turns out I was wrong. So the quickest RX-7 we've had is the A-Spec. That actually, much like this though, to be fair, that was a bit measured on the power output. I'll talk about that in a second. But the A-Spec, I think that's at the time of 29.586. So yeah, this is quick. So it's worth mentioning that the A-Spec is actually a good point. That the A-Spec was the quickest RX-7, but it's definitely not the most powerful. We've had some of the later 97, I think we've had a couple of 98 cars as well. No, 97s are the latest we've gone. So we've had some of the 97 RX-7s, and they've set times, 29.9. I think we've had one do a 29.7. And those cars had over 530 horsepower, but it's the A-Spec that turned out to be the quickest normal road-going one. So yeah, maybe less power in these cars is helping them significantly. That was a stonker of a lap, but I also absolutely destroyed that final sector with a skid. So I'm hoping we can get one final good run out of this. Yeah, I need a better run, because the front end, a little bit of lack of front end turning on there. So we'll try and get a run up and see how this goes. Just wanting to see sort of lap times where we are at the moment. We're doing well. I'd say when I was having a look at the lap times, there's just a lot of information on this text document, and it's really hard to read when you're trying to do something else, so I try to avoid doing that because I don't want to mess this run up. Being carried. My favourite thing about these RX-7s as well, they don't feel quick. Well, that's even worse. It's that final sector. Pesky final sector. That's a 29.6 car. That's definitely a 29.6 car. It's just that final sector really trips it up. Damn. I don't know how much time loss there actually was there. I could see I was definitely gaining on some of those laps. 0.482 was the quickest. Yeah, I don't think there's like 0.482 in there. I don't think it's going to go that much quicker, but yeah, it's that, for some reason, that rear exit, that's the only time you have issues with this car. But no, that's a phenomenal job from the old timer for the RX-7s, definitely. I'm just having a look now. Type RS, Type RB, they're the 97 cars we had go round, and they're sort of sitting around 29.9s. The A-Spec's 29.5, and this is now a 29.734. That will place this into 80th place. Goes in between a Viper GTSR and the Nissan Pulsar GTI-R, which is interesting. Quicker than the Impreza, the 95 Impreza wagon. Quicker than the Mazda 323 GTR, that's the all-wheel drive one. Quicker than the Audi TT, Roof BTR Type 1. Yeah, slightly slower than the 91 Skyline GTR. What's annoying about that is this would have beaten that if it wasn't for that kink off the final corner. Yeah, that's a good car. That's a great car, actually. No denying that is a good car. I underestimated it being the oldest FD. I thought it was going to be low 30s, but no, as it turns out, it's a lot higher than that. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Join me next time when I will be driving something completely different. Until then, farewell.
My hopes and dreams are going. I'll only you back. Got up in a war that you are not part of. Eyes on the slit of your father with love.